Hey girlies, it's Nevaeh. I'm here to bring my thoughts on you girls. I wanted to come and make a video for those of you who were here on November 1st when I announced that I was going to be doing a challenge for the month of November, which was 10 habits every single day for the whole 30 days. I think it's 30 days this month. Anyways, I wanted to come and update you guys on how that challenge is going because I know some of you might be curious to know if you guys are silent watchers. So I'm gonna reread the habits that I have so you guys can be like reminded of what the habits are, and then I'm gonna tell you how each one of them is going. So for this month, I have the first habit, which is at least 2 of these water bottles, at least, no less than 2 of them, a TikTok video a day, a YouTube video a day, a 15-minute exercise a day with a minimum of 3 actual hard cardio or strength training exercises, 5 eating only between 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., 6 writing a journal to Cambria daily, 7 10 minutes of reading and or homework, 8 write down at least 3 things that I'm grateful for, 9 track my spending daily, and then 10 post the results in the group chat that I'm in. So I'm gonna go down the list and tell you guys how each one is going, just in case you guys are curious. I have been sticking to my habits. I have been sticking to the challenge. It is really important for me to stick to it because I feel like, it's the little things, the little habits that help you to become the person that you want to be. And now that I've been doing them, I feel like I am entering that person. But I have had some struggles and I want to talk a little bit about that and be open and honest. So for the first one, drinking my water, that has been probably one of the easiest ones because I'm constantly filling up my water bottle all the time. I literally would get like a case of water and then we would drink the case of water and like the case of waters so quick, like it was ridiculous. So we had to get like 4 cases of waters because if not, we're going to be going to the store every 3-4 days. Super easy. That one was probably one of the easiest ones, which I like to incorporate because sometimes, you forget to do little things like this, like you're feeling dehydrated and you don't realize it's because you didn't drink as much water. Sometimes you could be out and if I don't have my water bottle on hand, I might forget to drink water. But I carry it with me everywhere I go, and that has probably been one of the easiest ones. Making a TikTok a day, that has also been an easy one. I kind of have like expectations for myself to like record myself in my life in the very beginning. But throughout time, now whenever I make TikTok videos, I'm kind of more onto like 7-second videos or even 4-second clips. And it's not even of me. I might be walking around on school at campus on the days that I'm at school, I'll be walking around on campus and I'll just take like a video of the scenery because it is beautiful. And then I'll post it and then just say something like today. I wasn't even at school, but I had taken a video whenever I was on campus. So I just posted a video and I captioned it, staying down for the come up because I know being intentional in my early adulthood is going to pay off. Something really simple like that. So that has been one of the easier habits too, because all I have to do is make sure that I have videos recorded and then I could easily post them. A YouTube video a day. So when it comes to that, I love making YouTube videos and I'm super passionate about it, but I can tell that it is a little bit difficult sometimes whenever I have a very busy day to make a YouTube video because everything that I say, I want it to be super intentional. Like everything that I say, I want to make sure that, I'm saying it right. I'm giving out the message that I actually want to give out and that I don't just randomly say something that I don't mean, because it's very important that, the message that I have to give is like being given the right way. And it's been really hard for me to keep up with thumbnails. And normally when I post my YouTube videos, I like to post with thumbnails. But lately I've just been posting it because I'm like, I have so much going on. I don't even feel like making a thumbnail, which I need to get back to that. And that is a sign that, I'm not planning my time as efficiently as I could be. So that's a sign for that. For my next one, minimum 15-minute exercise or walk daily. That has been a pretty easy one to accomplish, honestly, because it's so easy for me to walk around the place that I'm living. It's easy for me to walk around my apartment. It's gated, so I could do it at any time pretty much. It's really easy, especially on the days where I'm at school, because I walk more than 15 minutes whenever I'm on campus. My classes are kind of far apart and they're kind of far from where I park. So it's like I'm getting my steps in throughout the day. But even whenever like I feel like sometimes I'm not keeping track of my steps, so I'm like, okay, let me go outside and go for a 15-minute walk whenever I get home. So it's been pretty easy for that one. Eating between 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's probably one, if you guys are watching, that you guys might be a little bit more interested in. I actually love it because my stomach is on flat whenever I wake up. I feel like food was starting to be like one of those things that like I was not controlling anymore. It was becoming a food was like my addiction. I was starting to eat it a lot. I was starting to snack a lot at night. I was starting to eat even meals before I went to bed. And in the year 2024, I've gained more weight than like I've ever gained in my life. And I was at the heaviest I had ever been in my life. I reached 155. I don't know what I am now because I don't have a scale anymore. I stopped looking at a scale because I was like starting to step on the scale too much. But no, I really love it. I feel like it's so good to have discipline whenever it comes to food because it's so easy to overeat. I still like eat a lot between 12 to 8 p.m. whenever I am able to eat, but it's just nice to know that I have that cutoff time and then I have to wait to eat in the morning. So yeah, that's been going good. Sometimes it's challenging on days that I feel like eating and I know that I can't, but I stick to it because, you know, I don't want to disappoint myself. I don't want to be like, really, Nevaeh, you couldn't wait for 2 hours. Like, I don't want to look back and regret not doing whatever I needed to do. So I get it done. Writing down in my journal to Cambria, I have been doing it every single day. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait for her to like see all of this. I cannot wait for her to be like 18 and feel like, dang, my mom really took her time to write to me. And I hope this is something that I stick with every single day. Like, I hope I stick to this even when the challenges, all of these, I hope I can stick to when the challenge is over. My goal is for my life to be changed and for my habits to be changed, not to stick to it for the month of November, but to stick to this stuff long term and actually like, you know, show that I actually wanted to change. I didn't just do this just because I wanted to complete a challenge, but I did this because I want to better myself overall. So, and reading 10 minutes a day or homework, I have been sticking to that. And I've been reading this book, How to Stop Acting Rich and Start Living Like a Real Millionaire. It's a really good book. It's really interesting. I've been reading that, but sometimes instead of reading that, I make sure that I'm just reading for school. So I'll read like 10 minutes of my readings for school, or I'll do homework. Sometimes I really only stick to 10 minutes because I'm exhausted. Sometimes I'm doing it for longer. Like, it might take me 30 minutes, an hour, and I spend way more time than I had planned. But the intention with having me read 10 minutes a day or do homework is just to get me to start. Because once you start, you know, you'll keep going, but you just need that push to start. So with this challenge, push to start. With this challenge, it's been helping me with that. Writing down 3 things that I'm grateful for, that has been also a really important part. I have my gratitude book. I've been doing that daily as well. It's really nice for me to write down 3 things that I'm grateful for. I write it down and then I'll write 1, 2, 3, and I'll write down why I'm grateful for those things. And I've been sticking to that daily as well. And it's really nice to have something to ground you and, you know, something to come back to after a long day of hecticness. You know, all of these habits are pretty good, but sometimes everything accumulated together while going to school and working and being a parent, it can feel a lot, but it's very grounding to like sit down and at the end of the day write down 3 things you're grateful for. I normally do it at the end of the day. Sometimes I do it at the very beginning, but it's normally at the end, and it's very grounding. I love it. Tracking spending, I've also been doing that in my budgeting book, and I do that every single day. I give it a new page every single day. The first day I started off strong. The next few days it wasn't too much. Even if I only spend $0, I'll literally write down 0 and put total 0. So I've been keeping track of everything that I've been spending, and then posting my results in the group chat. I have been doing that as well. I've been making sure to post the results because, you know, I'm in this academy with other people, and I think it's inspiring for other people to see me do it, and I'm inspired when other people post. So I just like participating. It's a really good thing. But overall, I have been enjoying this challenge. This challenge has been a journey. Some days are more difficult than others. Yesterday on Monday, I had a midterm. So this challenge was a little bit harder because I couldn't do a lot of things till later in the night, and I spent a lot of my day studying, and I was just a little overwhelmed and stressed, a lot of overwhelmed. But overall, this challenge has been pretty good. I feel like even though it's a challenge, sometimes that's what it's supposed to be. Sometimes things are difficult until your body gets in the groove of them, until it actually becomes a habit. So me doing all of these things is just creating me to be a better person. It's helping me to be who I actually want to be, and I love to say that I'm in alignment with who I'm wanting to be, and ultimately who I am. Like, at this point, this is who I am. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, how about your girl? Be real or be real?